Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we're back with Radagast at, Eryn Lasgalen. So after investigating Karazgar, let us see what else Radagast needs.
Emptied and broken, everyone.
Would that it had been some helpful benefactor, but I fear it is not so. Not all mysteries are neatly tied up with the ribbon, Beriathan. If the evil that has poisoned Rakhlo is in Karazgar no longer, I shall know by watching the plants and rivers, not by running about after wild geese. The corruption will fade and we will call it Luther once again. That is my purpose and I will keep to it. Yours lies elsewhere, Beriathan. Go where you are needed, but keep open your eyes and ears. Who knows? Perhaps the riddle shall be solved one day. What do we have here? Agility, vitality... Alright, this one seems good enough.
Hand to the task of mending these woods.
Let us return to the task of mending these woods. The elves of Felegoth have been preparing healing draughts, not for you or me, but for the roots of their beloved trees. Sad to say, some roots are beyond our help and must be pulled up. And yet, that is the way of things. In a healthy forest, there is both growth and decay. Will you take some files with you and help in the healing and uprooting? I do not think it will be hard to tell which are corrupted and which can be saved. And those files, where are they exactly? In Felegoth, yeah. Just as I thought. But let us check first. Okay. Oh, what's this? Resolution damage. I'm not a big fan of that tracery, so I think I'm gonna just ash it. But anyway, let me see. Yeah, it's somewhat of an upgrade, considering doesn't have the essence slots, but the fact that you get more physical mastery and slightly more vitality without any essences applied, that's insane. Luckily, I have once again my remote bolt services, and I think I can apply at least this. I want to go with vitality, you know. Now the files are, as I thought, in the gardens, and Thranduil is on the way to the gardens, so we'll take the time to also advance the Black Book of Mordor as well. What will come next for the Black Book? I'm not sure. How many bonus reputation I have? 2000. It's looking good. We're about to hit friend with the elves. That's sure gonna be nice. I maybe should check the task board soon.
Have you any news of the spiders vanishing?
You have returned. Have you any news of the spiders as vanishing? You relate all you found. I see. Then they have truly left. Perhaps with Sauron's fall and the greening of these woods, they seek refuge in darker places? If there be not left by prudent stragglers, we should concern ourselves with more pressing matters.
If I am to open westward trade once more, these paths must be made safe.
After the battle under the trees, many orcs fled to the Emin Nufuin, cravenly hiding up in those hills from retribution. Even now they're lurking my domain. If I am to open westward trade once more, those paths must be made safe from the attacks of these orcs. Will you patrol the way between here and the Vales of Anduin, keeping an eye out for any orc?
I'll think on our next steps.
You tell Thranduil of the events that have transpired and the Taurogrim's return. In the Spider's absence, an ancient foe returns. This is troubling news indeed. Thank you for assisting Thorlind in this matter. I will think on our next steps, but I assure you, our reaction to this new threat will be aggressive. And I wouldn't expect anything else. Now, these boots are defensive stats once again. So maybe I'm not gonna use them.
Orcs hide yet in the vales.
Orcs hide yet in the vales of the Emin of Wind. I would ask you to defeat any orcs that you come across while you are in my domain. Consider it done, of course.
Told me you adventured in Karazgar and beheld the ruin it has become.
That's true. I am glad of your efforts within. Did you learn aught of the artifact Bugdatish or the Weeping Warrior?
The artifact Bugdatish might have been taken by my warriors out of Loeglond.
We have an advantage over Ugrukor of the Gurshuil, Beriathan, for the artifact Bugdatish might have been among those taken by my warriors when we departed Loeglond. The scholars of my realm are nearly finished with their study of these treasures. The wizard Mithrandir has come to Felegoth and speaks with them even now. Go to him in the room of studies southeast of the throne room and learn if any of the artifacts could be the one prized by Ugrukor, or if any possess a connection of some kind to Karazgar. Sure. First, though, let me grab the files for Radagast. Oh, I think I know what I'm looking for in here. Because very much like Ithilien, I think it is, these quests that some of these quests that we are doing right now will come back as dailies. There is a daily, a repeatable version of this quest that is slightly different, I think, from what we are doing right now, because it will mix some of these quests into one, as far as I remember. And these files are one of those. So I guess that's why I remember these ones. Because I've done this daily a lot of times in my quest to max out the reputation of the Elves of Felegoth. And that's why I'm using my reputation boosts right now, because God knows I don't wanna keep grinding those reputations a lot more. And in fact, I was saving them for this particular tree because these are some of the longest and more tedious factions to max out, due to the fact that, for example, the task board only has 5 tasks for 3 factions. And that's a lot. And likewise, when you reach the quote-unquote what was the end game for this region, you will also get a wrapper quest, and you will do about 5 to 6 quests, 8 quests per day. I don't remember exactly how many, but those are once again distributed among 3 factions. So that's just too much. Now we need to have bristled furs and petrified branches. And luckily for us, we have enough of both. But first, I'm gonna get rid of this. I have some bristled furs here. So I guess I'm gonna use another 5 of this. I'm just gonna keep on undoing the Elves of Felegoth. Completed! Friend to the Elves of Felegoth. Awesome. What else do we have here? No, that's basically it. I'm gonna check those deeds in just a moment. And we're done with this. Should be almost done now. I think these are the last two. Yeah, that's it. So, we got 10 LOTRO points. We are working now towards ally. Thank God. Deed bestowed. Ally to the Elves of Felegoth. That's what we're doing right now. And this is the one that we completed. Friend. Jesus. Friend to the Elves of Felegoth. 10 LOTRO points. Render discount. The title. The LOTRO points. The usual stuff. You have reached friend status with the Elves of Felegoth. So before we go back to Radagast, before we leave for Eryn Lasgalen once again, let us look for Mithrandir. In the Scholar's Room, once again. And maybe, I'm not sure, but I think he's gonna send us to Lake Town after this one. I don't remember anything else with the Black Book of Mordor in the forest. So maybe this is the time in which he sends us to Lake Town. Can be, possibly. Mithrandir sees you approach and knits his eyebrows together with concern.
I grew tired of waiting for news from you.
And prevailed upon Gwai here to bring me hither. I spoke at once with Thranduil. His scholars have been sorting through the artifacts rescued from Dol Guldur, but they say they have not found what I seek. There is no wonder in that. How can they hope to find this artifact, this Bugdatish, while they know nothing of it? Such things do not come labeled for each study, for easy study, they say to me. Bah, I say to them, and now I say it to you, Beriathan. Bah! We may not know what form the Bugdatish might take, but if the Gursh will desire it so badly, I believe the thing will be enwreathed with a powerful aura. But these scholars insist they have not found such a relic in the small hoard of artifacts taken from Dol Guldur. The wizard pauses. Hoard, did I say? That is not the only such hoard known in this part of Middle-earth. Smaug himself assembled his own hoard of treasure when he still lived, and when he died it was divided into shares among dwarves and men, and some came even to Thranduil's elves. Might the Bugdatish have been a part of the treasure hoard? Ask the Elven King of this possibility, Beriathan. Yeah, I get it, you are impatient. And maybe I have not done as much progress as we would have liked. But Jesus, I'm going as fast as I can, Mithrandir. You can ease up a little. There was no need of riding Gwai here all the way here. But now that you are here, though, we can use your help, of course. So back with Thranduil. Over here. Not gonna lose my way again. And let me also check on hit loss. Our good cleaner slash bard. Because to be honest with you, I thought the first time we met him, he was pretending to be asleep so we would do his work for him, but it seems he was really asleep. I'm glad we helped. You never know when they are taking advantage or you are not, so it's better to do it. King Thranduil eyes you carefully as you approach.
I do not like to speak of that hoard, as Mithrandir knows.
Mithrandir has sent you back to me so quickly? Do the artifacts from Dol Guldur hold no answers to his questions, Beriathan? You offered Thranduil the wizard's suggestion that the artifact Bugdatish might have been a part of Smaug's treasure hoard, unremarked upon and unnoticed. I do not like to speak of that hoard, Beriathan, as Mithrandir knows. The dragon sickness that lay upon it caused much trouble in the hearts of dwarves. Indeed, even men and elves became embroiled in the fighting over it. The hoard and its treasures were divided among the victors following the death of Smaug, They were many and valuable, and included the Arkenstone and the Necklace of Gideon. If the artifact Bugdatish had been contained within, it surely would have been accounted in the reckoning of shares. The Arkenstone lies with Thorin Oakenshield in his tomb beneath the mountain. I saw Bard lay it upon his breast myself. As for the Necklace of Gideon, which I knew in elder days as the Gwaidamir, it was made of gold and contained 500 emeralds. It belonged then to the bride of my liege and disappeared for thousands of years until reappearing on the neck of King Thror as it should never have done. It was all I desired of the Horde. After the death of Smaug, the necklace went to Bard, but in his wisdom, the bowman took the necklace apart and gave its gold to the dwarves and the jewels to my people, and so were those bonds repaired. I think the artifact sought by Ogrecourt cannot be traced to the Dragon Horde, but dwarves and men may tell you otherwise. Well, at least it's not with the elves.
If the artifact Ogrecourt desires was in the Dragon Horde, it is Erebor we must search.
Thranduil speaks truly. From the Horde he desired the Necklace of Gideon, though he knew it not by that name. He coveted no other wealth, not even the Arkenstone. I have an idea about that, Beriathan, but this is not the place to recount it. Suffice it to say that if the artifact Ogrecourt's desires did end up in the Dragon Horde, it is Erebor that must be searched, not Felegoth. The wizard lowers his voice so as not to be heard by Thranduil and speaks to you in confidence. Elves and dwarves have a long and demanding history, and they have often bickered over their treasures and perceived slights. Thranduil said it was the wisdom of Bard the Bowman that the Necklace of Gideon be separated into its components, gold and gems. He said too that it was Bard's wisdom that the gold and gems be given separately to dwarves and to the elves to repair their standard bonds of friendship. Such was the advice I gave to Bard, Beriathan. How often must wizards repair the bridges burned between these two peoples? But for now it seems the road leads from Felegoth. Make now for Loeglond, the settlement of the Raft-elves, and seek word of Karazgar of the Bugdatish. I will follow shortly and meet you at Erebor after I have concluded my own business with the Elven King. And we can technically now take the Varul at the cellar, and that should take us closer to Loeglond, but we still have some finished unpending business here with Radagast and the other elves. So for the time being, we're gonna focus on doing just that. What do we have in here? Travel to Loeglond? No. Patrol the main road for orcs? It seems that's it. Loeglond and the Lost Lore. Now, I know there are some Lost Lore pages nearby. Maybe in areas that we will not get to visit on our own, that are not part of any quest that I can remember. But maybe we can make a quick ride for it. Defeat corrupted roots, give the water to the trees. We'll begin doing that in just a moment. I know somewhere around here, and I think I'm on the right track, yeah. There's a hill with a building, which is this one, and we will also find a page over here. And you can get out of the mists of the forest and take a look at the lands below with as clear a sight as you can. Pam Isles. Lots of chests in here. Ah, yeah, there's a page in here. I knew it.
Thus, an ancient bond was reforged. The eternal story of elves and dwarves took its familiar path. Friendship, distrust, strife, and then, betimes, friendship again.
Oh, we cannot see the Lonely Mountain from here. What a shame. But okay. Now let us get going with this. Ah, there's even a heavy one. Cool. that was it, truly. That I remember. We're missing what? 8 pages? 9 pages. But unlike Mordor, in which you only found the pages on the area pertaining to the lost lore, these pages are scattered all over the place, so you can even find some of these element pages in Erebor, which is kind of fitting too, because this is a story concerning dwarves and elves. So it kind of makes sense for some of those pages to be in Erebor. But that means that we cannot advance, we cannot finish this quest. We will not be able to for a long time. Or kind. Patrol the main road through Eryn Lasgalen. Keeping the road safe? Okay. Now, we should also be finding here some of these dead roots, it seems. I don't want to get too far away from the road, but at the same time, we also gotta do some of this. Oh, come on. I think there is another one here a little bit to the south. But we do gotta find the main road at some point for our patrolling duties. Corrupted routes. Yeah. There we go. Let us see. Let us try to locate the main road now. Going back on track. After a quick detour. Nothing to report here. We gotta stick to the road until we cross the breach. Okay. Now, supposedly there should be some orcs here on the south side of this. Even though I don't see them, but supposedly there are some around here. Get up. Where do I go to climb this? Come on. Alright. To the west, supposedly. Because I don't see any orcs in here. Ah, come on. Nope. That's what I thought. From what I remember, the orcs are on the eastern side of the wood. And we're not going there yet, but we will at some point. Alright, now we only need to keep watering some of these roots. So thank God for that, because now they are showing on the map. Now I have a clearer idea of where to go. Where's the reach? To the north? Alright, all the roads I'm missing should be around here. Yeah, please leave me alone. Okay. There's another one here. Thank you. Maybe we need to go a little bit south before we can go west. Or maybe we go to the south and check this spot in here, because there seems to be some orcs around that area as well. Do I get there? Great Erebor's current deposit, of course, when I'm not on my prospector. There we go. And supposedly here to the south there is the last route we need. And also some orcs. And I hope this one is right. Corrupted roots right here. Alright, to Radagast, we're gonna remove this one. I don't think... If there are orcs in here, that's gonna be stealth orcs that we will not get to see, or that are hard to find, rather. But in any case, it's not worth looking for them. So instead, let us actually just... Oh, come on. Patrol the road as we were doing. Let me try and find my way back to the main road. Alright, since we are back on track. Leave me alone, would ya? Thank you. Come on. Alright. A little unorthodox, but we are here. Still no signs of travel. I would love some signs of travel so that I can find some orcs for this quest. Alas, there are not. For the time being, we can grab some more task items. I think it was a great idea to start saving some task items on the shared storage. I hope at some point I will be able to get a carryall for them. But I'm not sure if I would like to have a carryall because, of course, I am hoarding task items right now because there are a lot of factions I'm working towards. But after I max them out, would I have any use for a task carryall? Maybe for alts, but I'm not much of an alt guy. And I don't worry too much about reputation with my other alts. So that's why I'm actually also debating if I would get a task carryall, even if it were on sale or part of a pre-order or something like that. A caravan I hit was met with conflict. Oh. Yeah, I can see that. Are you okay, Halkil? Dead.
The mountains belong.
They're all dead. We were ambushed and I tried to save them. Halkil is visibly shaken. It is doubtful they saw the ambush coming. Are those spider webs? Yeah, I didn't want to fight spiders. The dead elves were blackened puncture wounds. Dead elves? Ah! These, the dead elves. Yeah, those are spider webs, alright.
I have slain goblins today. Can you say the same?
We were ambushed and I tried, I did. But the spiders such as I have never seen, and I tried, but I could not save them.
I have slain goblins today. Can you say the same?
The Bjorni takes a deep breath. Forgive me. My wits are returning. Grant me one more calming breath and I will tell my tale as it should be told. There. Now then, when the Elf King closed off his realm, I was still within it, and therefore unable to return home. By good fortune I was in the company of these poor elves, with whom I had traded many years and knew well. They kindly offered to lead me to Felegoth, where I might bide my time. Thither we were going when here on the path and without warning, spiders descended all about us. Me they ignored, but fell upon each and every elf with a strange and silent fury. What I tell you is true. Look into my eyes. Look at the nature of their wounds. Come, we must go to Felegoth and tell the elves of this. It's kinda strange if you ask me that an elf, if Warden would be so distressed. I mean, you have this idea that Bjorns are brave fighters, fierce and fearless, and I guess not all of them are. It seems there are a fair quote of the quote-unquote civilian Bjornings, merchants and the like, and that poor Halkel was one of them. But it's still kind of weird seeing a Bjorning scared of spiders and not fighting them. I mean, you can transform into Varys, for God's sake. Anyway, we're gonna stop lingering on that and actually bring a word of these 4 souls' deaths to Thranduil and let's see what comes next. It seems we still have a couple more quests on the western side of the forest before we can start moving east. And well, we gotta head to Loeglond now.
Halkel has told me his story.
His face is an honest one, and I do not suspect him of deceit. Rather, instead, I find myself recalling things far in the past. Yes, it was many years ago. A great spider, strong and cunning and filled with malice. Iphantemel, we called her, and she was nearly my match. I was stung, and in return gave her a grievous wound. At that, she fled, and though I hunted her many years, I never more than glimpsed her. She was wily, as I have said, and led many traps for me. That was long ago, but such an ambush as Halkel describes might well be her doing. Such malice against elves and elves alone, I could also believe. And perhaps, due to the wound I dealt her, she was unable to flee with all the others of her wretched kind. I know how we may test this hunch. Alone among the spiders of Mirkwood, Iphantemel and all her spawn crave the sap of trees, and drink it as you might water. Would you return to the wood and gather some sap? You will find taps here and there, set by my foresters. It is time that we laid a trap of our own. Alrighty, consider it done too. Please tell me the sap is close by to the orc so that we can do both of those things. I would love to if that were the case. Let me check them up now, and we'll see. Ah, no! The sap is just here! We don't even need to go far for it. That's good. Okay. I like that better than having to run around the forest looking for random trees or sap. No. They are all here. Oh, sure. Ah, we can also bring news of this to Radagast.
Gather you were successful?
Ah, you have returned. I gather you were successful? That is good. Good indeed.
The time has come to plant these saplings.
Which have been growing strong under my care. Will you help me by gathering the saplings and planting them within the forest? You may need to clear some of the dead trees which are too far gone. Such is nature's way. A wood of grim leaves is upon us, my friend. We need but put our elbows into it to see it through. Right, gonna grab the saplings. Clear dead trees and plant saplings in fertile soil. Which is kinda close by too. Maybe we can do that as well. I don't want to fight you, bear. Just want the sap from this tree. And I'm sure we can all share, right? Where can I find more of these tabs? Do you see them? I don't want to fight you either, boar. But you better leave me alone. Lay a trap to catch one of Iphantemel's spawn? And where is that trap? Where do I lay that trap? Oh. All the way there. So yeah, I guess we have... And we need to travel the woods once again to lay that trap. So we should be able to clear the dead trees and plant the saplings. Your dead trees. I like this tune a lot. It reminds me of another song, but I don't remember which one right now. But it always has sounded familiar, and I've never been able to identify where have I heard this before. Right, and once again, sticking to the main road. There should be a couple more in here. Yeah, I see a dead tree over there. Fertile soil. And more dead trees. Come on, Fi, that's what you want, I know. Doing good. Another dead tree. Sturdy branch. Yeah, to climb the tree, but we already done that. Like me now. Yeah, leave me alone. Thank you. Oh, jeez. There we go. Alright, these are all the dead trees, but I don't see any more fertile soil. Well, it's on our way to the trap we are laying. Yeah, thank you. Now, where is the road again? Trying to find one of those markers to let us know where the road is. Totally lost my way. That's what I don't like coming out of the road in this part of the forest. Very fitting with the lore too. That was one of the things Bjorn said to Odin and company. Don't leave the road ever. Yeah, leaving the road. You don't want to do that. If possible, but of course with so many quests that require you to go out of the road. Can get tricky. We're gonna grab the last 2 patches of fertile soil on our way to Iphantemel's spawn and the trap. We gotta grab all this so that we can go back to Felegoth and finish all those quests. No. Oh. It's a heavy hit. Thank you, we got it. Now let us look for the road again. Okay, good spot for a trap. There we are. Wait and watch the trap. I'm watching the trap. Perhaps there is some part of the trap which is incorrect. Perhaps? We'll see. But let's go back to Radagast first.
Really? You must come and visit me in Rhosgobel one of these days.
The trees were planted well? Good, good. I knew I could count on you. Really. You must come and visit me in Rhosgobel one of these days. Yeah, that would be nice. Wouldn't it, Radagast? Can't you imagine? Back in the day, Radagast talking about Rhosgobel sounded was so much of a wishful thinking. But it's still impressive in my mind that we got to see Rhosgobel. It's one of those areas that truly doesn't add much, but it's just so nice to have. I know there are a lot of Radagast fans out there. In fact, one of my cousins is a big Radagast fan. And when I told him that you could visit Rhosgobel in game, he was very excited. He is still very low level, but maybe one day I will be able to take him to Rhosgobel and visit Radagast, just as he invited us. Would be nice. Hope Radagast doesn't mind me coming with some friends.
Was I wrong in my suspicion?
It did not work? Was I wrong in my suspicion? Let me think. That's it. The sap was too pure. The forest becomes green-leafed once more, and Mirkwood no longer. It will be the old, befouled sap they hunger for. Seek out corrupted horns, for their blood is a most vile sap. Then we shall learn if Iphantemel hides somewhere within these woods. Alright, back once again to Eryn Lasgalen it is, but we don't have enough time today to gather more sap, so that will be on the next one. For the time being though, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.